going on, all of my people of the planet? I am D Venom, and allow me to raise your vibrations. It is Friday the 13th, and I'm hoping all of my people are staying on the straight and narrow and not doing anything to lower and or jeopardize one's vibrations. With that being said, let's get into tonight's episode, starting right now. Also, what I'm praying is that this episode doesn't get taken down because I'm using this particular song. But this is one of my favorite all-time scary movie songs right here. I listen to my apartment. I clean my apartment while listening to this soundtrack. And I ride around listening to this Friday the 13th soundtrack. I don't care. I like it. Yes, that is me. I ride around listening to scary movie soundtracks, and I clean my apartment listening to scary movie soundtracks. I'm just one of those individuals. Anyway, you guys, I want to go in on something that I said yesterday in regard to the ADHD and bipolar. Now, when I discovered that I was bipolar, I discovered that while living in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois. As I told you guys, I felt like there was an imbalance in regard to the psyche. And, I'm living in this body, and this body tells me when something is wrong. And that's the diagnosis right there. I knew that something was wrong, but I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. So I needed the doctors at this particular point to give me a diagnosis. And when I went for that written exam and answered the questions as followed, it revealed that I am bipolar. And it wasn't until I arrived to Arizona and hooked up with my now therapist is when I discovered that I am ADHD, because I took a test, and I forgot if it was, I believe it was a written test or something of that particular nature, something similar to the bipolar test, and it discovered that I am also ADHD. But I just wanted to state that when I discovered that I was ADHD, it was here in Arizona and not in Illinois. All right, my people of the planet, I am doing good in regard to drug addiction. I have not touched methamphetamine. Once again, the date has been, or the date is August the 24th of 2024. This particular year. I have not touched methamphetamine, and I'm honestly feeling like I'm not going to look back, considering how and where my life is going now. There's no reason to look back, look back on what? Heartache and pain and riding up and down the street, wasting gas, looking for scallywags, and that was fun. But, you know what I'm saying, y'all. Anyway, I also want to say again, thank my people of Arizona for downloading my episodes. I really do appreciate it. I see that a lot of you guys resonated with that episode. We park away from hoes, which my vehicle and I do. Unless we really have to park next to a bitch, we don't do that. We park away from individuals. My car already has a lot of things that are wrong with her due to my impetuosity. Aside from that, the little nicks and dings that she has on her doors and stuff like that probably came from other hoes that we parked next to. They probably was jealous of her bumper. You know, my car is streamlined. You know what I'm saying? You know, she has a nice bumper to her. She has nice curves, and she handles the road perfectly. And I haven't had any problems with my vehicle. I love Misty. She and I went homeless together. And I remember Nissan calling me, wanting me to basically trade my vehicle in for another one. And it's just like, I'm not going to do that. First of all, y'all don't control my motherfucking life. I will get another vehicle when I feel the need to get another vehicle. Second of all, my car and I have some history. And it's just not going to be easy for me to give up my vehicle knowing what we have been through, you know? So, no, I'm not going to just give up my vehicle because y'all want, commission or whatever the case may be, and more money in y'all pockets while I'm losing money. No, we're not going to do that. But anyway, let me go through my notes and see if I have anything of importance to talk about. My main thing was getting out the house and creating an episode for you guys while it's the Friday the 13th still. And if I didn't know how to get this, if I didn't know how to download this particular song on my phone, then I would have been doing something myself, you know, like a I was going to do something to bring in this Friday the 13th for you guys. But it was easy to download the song. I took it back to the old school days. I turned on my laptop, I took my phone, and I used my voice recorder in order to record a few of the Friday the 13th songs onto my phone. Now that I see that it is that easy to do, hopefully the songs that I pick and choose to upload and stuff like that, you know, with my podcast, I'm just praying that nothing gets taken down because of copyright issues. I'm trying to do everything the right way, and you know, hopefully I am. All right, let's see. Notes. I should have had this all prepared. I literally, when I have an idea like this, I have to jump up on it because I'm, you know, ADHD, and I will lose focus real quick and start doing something else. So I ran out of the house. Well, I didn't run out the house. I walked out of the house and forgot my phone and everything. So I had to go back, get my phone, come back to the park, and, you know, get this episode started. But thus far, I am happy with it. Okay, my notes should be in. You know what? We're not going to go off of any notes tonight. We're just going to talk. And I was thinking, oh, wait, you know what? This is what we can talk about real quick. Now, I told you guys I lost a good friend, not due to death. Well, a spiritual death. You know, I'm a Scorpio. The death sign in tarot basically means new beginnings and stuff like that, and things ending. And unfortunately, that friendship ended between myself and another individual. Well, that close person to the individual whom I'm not friends with anymore called me again yesterday. And we had a nice conversation, and we usually do. But when myself and this particular ex-friend get into it, they somewhat like to intervene and get us back talking again. I don't think that's going to happen in this situation. And again, they asked me as of yesterday, have I spoken to this individual? And I kind of lied and was just like, no, you know, we haven't spoke, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of kept the door open like we did talk. And they were like, well, when was the last time you guys talked? And I'm just like, oh, well, it was that particular day that I left is the last time that, you know, we pretty much had a conversation with each other. And they're not being persistent, but it's starting to, you know, get on my nerves a little bit. I understand that we have history in regard to a friendship. And I understand that I have a relationship in regard to this close person that is, you know, close to my ex-friend. but I'm willing to give up that relationship for my peace of mind. And, but not necessarily my peace of mind, but I just don't want to deal with all that. You know, I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpios, when we are done, we are done. And that's just that. I'm done. I tried everything in regard to this situation to befriend this person. I have tried everything possible to show my loyalty in a lot of different ways. And I have gone beyond to just respect the friendship in general. And after that last incident and after that last incident and those comments that were being said by my ex-friend, that was it for me. You know, it was just like, okay, this is it. I've heard enough. I've seen enough. I felt enough, and I've been around enough to know that this is not for me. And it's not. So, I would hate to cut ties with the very close person. I mean, the person that's close to, you know, my ex-friend. But I don't want to hear that and deal with it, you know, in regard to the ex-friend. You know, I just don't. So anyway, how many of y'all out there suck dick? Oh, excuse my French. Now, I know this is supposed to be about religion and spirituality, but this is my spirituality. And, you know, sex is a part of that at times. And I just want to know who out there enjoys slobbing me now. As you all know, due to my particular stories and things of that particular nature, I am one that enjoys the knob. And I am one that enjoys slobbing the knob. And do not hit me up talking about, hey, are you that individual that has a podcast that likes sucking dick? No, we're not going there unless y'all got a nice cash flow, because the bitch still needs her bills paid. Speaking of sucking dick, Divine. She was a African American prostitute. I believe her name is Divine. She hooked up with Hugh Grant. He's an actor, a white actor, and from British white actor. And I don't know how they hooked up, but from what I understand, the only thing Divine did was suck that man's dick, and she pretty much got the world. Okay, and I looked her up, and Divine is cute. She's light-skinned, melanin. She had reddish strawberry blonde hair or something to that effect in the picture that I've seen of her. And she had full lips. Okay? I thought I had full lips. Divine has full lips. And she had the motherfuckers painted in red lipstick. Okay? And I see why Hugh Grant probably fell for that ass, because she was sucking him inside out. Okay? And got what she wanted. Purses, cars, all that shit. He hooked her ass up. Now, I'm not sure she bribed him into a lot of stuff, but I just think, let me rephrase. I don't know how their information got public. Just put it that way. I don't know if she bribed him or anything like that, or if she was just good at her craft, and that's what got her everything that she possibly wanted from Hugh Grant ass. Some people are good at what they do. Some people in the world are good at eating coochie. I'm not one of them. But I did have a threesome or a foursome back in the days. It was myself, my gay ex-roommate. Yeah, it was just us two. We were living in Las Vegas. We were staying across the street from Boulder Station Casino. And we was out on a hunt, pretty much. You know, we were fast, and we wanted dick, and and what better way to get it than to stand outside on Boulder Station Casino, across from Boulder Highway, across from Boulder Station Casino. Ciao. It was popping in Las Vegas back in them days. Anyway, myself and this ex-roommate, we were standing on Boulder Highway, across from Boulder Station Casino. We were pretty much prostituting, keep it real. And this car pulled up and it had a guy inside. And he was like, his wife is at home and she wanted him to go out and find some people to bring back to the crib. And it happened to be myself and my ex-gay roommate. We go back to this house, nice house, child in the bedroom sleep where they should have been, and the wife was in the bed. Now, myself and a gay roommate, we were standing on the sideline, and the husband went over and started eating the wife's coochie, because obviously that was going on because she was moaning and all that type of shit. Anyway, I wanted the dude, okay? But the gay roommate got to him first with her greedy mouth ass. Anyway, as the dude, cause it was dark in the room, so I didn't know what was going on, but the gay roommate slipped his ass over to where the dick was at and started sucking the dick while the dude was eating the wife's coochie. And I wasn't about to, slob knob on my gay roommate, even though that happened a couple of times. But, we're both queens, so therefore, it really don't work out like that. When you're two feminine dudes, that's considered bumping pussies. So, yeah, I wasn't about to do that. And I wasn't about to share the dick, so I was pretty much left with the woman. And, even though I did eat her coochie after him. Oh, wow. This is why I don't... sex. Anyway, I remember my ex-gay roommate he started to get fucked by the dude. And I guess that was turning the wife on, knowing that her husband was fucking some ass, and it wasn't hers, and it wasn't another woman's, it was a man's. And I wanted to explore a little bit, so I started playing around with her lips, and not the lips that, spit out words. The lips that's between her legs is what I was playing with. And before I knew it, I went down. And I'm used to my head bobbing up and down, not going, sliding up and down. I'm just not used to all that. I guess I ate the coochie pretty good because from my understanding, she had several orgasms in my mouth. Now, I didn't get sick then. I wanted to respect the home. I didn't want the sheets to be changed because I vomited on them, or anything of that particular nature. But later down the line, thinking about it, I ended up getting sick behind it, knowing that a woman secreted in my mouth on several of her motherfucking occasions when it should have been her husband that done that. But anyway, how did I get into that story? Anyway, slobbing me now. Now, Wendy Williams, I told y'all, I went to one of her live shows in Vegas. She told a story in regard to basically how she likes to slob the knob. And little Kevin, unfortunately but fortunately, found his mom in a compromising position, slobbing her then husband, Big Kevin's, and he looked like he got a big sloppy black dick too. She was slobbing his knob. What is wrong with lying back, regardless if you're a man or a woman, and getting your knob slobbed? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I should be getting mine slobbed a lot more than what I be slobbing them. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I am the type of person that likes a bit of control. I'm that Scorpio. When I get your ass in that bed, especially on methamphetamine, bitch, I'm telling you, your great dead uncle would fill my mouth. Years of passings away, okay? I've been told that I need to teach classes in regard to sucking dick. Now look, don't hit me up talking about some damn, you that motherfucker that got that podcast that need to teach classes on how to suck dick. You can do me. Look, I'm not soliciting, but if your pockets is fat, we can work something out. And some of you motherfuckers are in Arizona listening to me too. Bitch, I would meet one of you motherfuckers on the sideline and be like, oh, okay, let's get it cracking. But no, seriously, I'm a control freak when it comes to sex, to a degree. And, I used to get plunged back in the days. If you don't know what getting plunged is, getting plunged means getting fucked. I used to be one of those queens, but I stopped that a long time ago. But anyway, I just stuck this 5 in me now. But I've been told I need to teach classes on that shit. I will exorcist on your ass. Meaning, keep my body in one place to turn my head at a 350 to 60 degree angle on your ass. Okay? You would want to vomit and throw up and leave and all type of shit with that shit. To be feeling so motherfucking good, all you can do is just lay back and see my head just twist on that ass. It's Friday the 13th. I thought I just... 12-12, baby. 12-12. I thought I just put that in there. Well, it was Friday the 13th. It's still my Friday the 13th. How about that? Anyway, I've been told that I have a vagina mouth. I'm just... they didn't say vagina. They said the P word. I'm saying vagina because the P word is a little harsh. that P-U, you know what I'm saying? Or vagina coochie. I like coochie too. But look, I've been told I have a coochie mouth, a vagina mouth. And I've been told that the inside of my mouth feels like vaginal skin. Why am I telling y'all this? I'm serious. I've been told by men that the inside of my mouth feels like vaginal skin. Now, I don't know what vaginal skin feels like because I ain't never been inside no vaginal, in no vagina. My fingers have and my tongue have. But as far as, that, it has not been in no vagina. And anyway, this is what I've been told. Oh, sorry about that. I was checking my text message. But anyway, this is what I've been told. So, going off on that, now look, we can have a damn Divine and Hugh Grant situation. I'm not tripping on that. Just to keep it even 100. But, yeah, how many, and speaking of porn, for instance, there are a lot of hoes in pornography that love licking ass. How many women out there in this world like licking ass? I bet some of these women are frowning their faces and looking like, what the fuck? No, seriously. We're talking sex, and my platform is not all about addiction. It's about, I used to be a prostitute and a transsexual prostitute and all of that. This is about my life, and this is what I'm talking about. And, sex is a part of that. Sex is a huge part of that, considering I was molested and some of every damn thing else. But any damn way, back to licking booty. How many women out there enjoy licking booty? Don't be ashamed about it. If you like putting your tongue up a man's hairy ass, you just like doing that. And vice versa. There's a lot of men out there that love licking a snatch and at the same time putting their tongue all up in the damn booty hole. Oh my goodness. Sex is so and but it's enjoyable. At the same time, it's just I remember someone kissing me. They were on top of me, kissing me. And I remember us both building up a mouthful of saliva. And you could just feel all of that wetness in the mouth. And I believe they spit in my mouth while they were on top of me kissing me. Because I remember, just the thought of it makes me want to find this person and beat their ass. You know when you serious, when you start clapping at the same time and talk about I'm finna beat your ass, you know you serious. You are serious, okay? When them hands get to clapping. No, but for real, I believe they spit all up in my mouth while they were on top of me kissing me, and that is so nasty. Ugh. Anyway, there is a story. Let's jump off the sex aspect of it all that I want to share with you guys. When I was I living as a woman at this time? I think I was. I think I was just a feminine gay man that was wearing a little bit of makeup and stuff like that. I can't recall. I just know that there was a drag queen / transsexual or cross-dresser. It's a long story. It's probably not appropriate for right now, but she got beat up really, 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 really bad, and thrown in the dumpster. And this happened in fairgrounds, housing projects in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois. They didn't play the game back in Rockford. Rockford is like a mini Chicago. You're not finna go there playing no games. But this cross-dresser told some business. We were at a little house party and some dudes walked in. Now, the cross-dresser that I'm talking about is known for running her mouth and talking loud and telling business and stuff like that, especially when it came down to trade. Trade is basically a straight dude that would trade off and be with a gay man, for sex or whatever. Anyway, I remember the dudes came into the house and the transsexual, or cross-dresser was like, "Oh, I had him, blah, 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 blah." Had him, meaning she had sex with him. And you don't do that. These dudes are out here down low. They don't want nobody knowing that they done fucked somebody's hairy ass. They're looking a man all up in the face while they fucking them and all. They don't want nobody knowing this. They don't want the child. They want this to go to the grave. But it didn't. This queen let it out. Anyway, I remember the dudes that came into the house went upstairs along with a couple of females. Now, the females I knew to a degree because one of them was, I think, a cousin of someone that is close to my family. They're so close to the family, they were so close to the family, we were calling each other cousins when we really weren't. Anyway, I remember the dudes coming downstairs, because what was going on, you guys, when they went upstairs, they didn't go upstairs to have sex. They went upstairs to set up the beat down in regard to myself and the two other drag queens / cross-dressers that were at the party. And I remember they came downstairs and the dude that the queen said that she had went over to her and just socked her ass. And that started the whole shenanigans. And the fight was down. So the queen was fighting with the dude and pretty much getting beat up. Then the other gay person who was there was fighting with another dude. Didn't nobody come and fight me at that particular time. So I had choices to make. I can either stay there, fight with everybody, and we don't get the help that we need, or I can either get the fuck up out of here, run over to one of the cross-dressers, gay men, or whatever you want to call them at that particular time, run over to their house because they stayed near the projects at that time. I could either run there and go get some assistance, or I mean, come on now. This queen was beat up to the point where she was thrown alive in the motherfucking dumpster by these dudes. This could have been me. And had I stayed there and fought with everybody, we probably wouldn't have got the help that we needed. So everybody in that house could have turned against us, and it could have just been disastrous. Anyway, long story short, I was being teased about this later down the line. Oh, I was the bitch that ran out the house and, blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, okay, well, if one of us didn't get out the motherfucking house to go get help, how do you think this would have turned out? You know what I'm saying? So be thankful that my motherfucking ass did get a chance to get out the house and go get help. But the reason why I don't think I was attacked like that, well, for one, I'm a big motherfucker. For two, the females that went upstairs to help conduct this, they had some affiliation with my family, but they didn't. But they knew. I'm just going to say they just knew not to fuck with me. Even though they very well could have. Anyway, later down the line, there was some retaliation with my family and the individual. Well, we didn't get the guys that were involved. My family, or the individuals that called themselves my family, got the females that were involved. And my one alleged cousin cut her up with the razor blade. She alive, but, she just sliced her face up and shit as a warning not to fuck with me. Even though I did not get hurt in the situation. But the thing that pisses me off is, or that used to piss me off, was the fact that motherfuckers just thought it was so funny that I ran out the house to go get help. What is so funny about that? If I didn't run to go get help, the bitch that got thrown in the damn dumpster, oh my God, it would have been a lot worse for her. And the other individual that was fighting, they could handle themselves. So they didn't really get hurt like that. They handled it. And I think they were fighting about two or three of the dudes that were in the house. But all in all, it just seemed like a whole setup to a degree. I feel that if that queen wouldn't have said what she said when those dudes walked in, ooh, I had him, none of that wouldn't have occurred. So it was a dangerous life, back in them days of living as a woman and being in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois. It was definitely some dangerous times that I seen and been around. And this is the same queen. If I told you guys about the story when I was in Chicago prostituting, and they were snatching bags. They were snatching the transsexuals' bags, meaning their purses and stuff. Remember, I told you guys that I was about to get in the car, myself and this drag queen. We were about to get in the car, but I looked in the front seat of the passenger side, and in between that guy's legs was a big hook knife. I know I told you guys this story, but anyway, I was with that particular queen that was thrown in the dumpster in this story. We were together in that Chicago story. I have stories for you motherfuckers. I'm telling y'all, I have stories for y'all. But, sad situations, you guys. But I'm so thankful that I'm not a part of that life anymore. And I'm so grateful that And I wasn't even on methamphetamine during that particular time. I sure was not. I know I was smoking a lot of weed and drinking and stuff during those days. Methamphetamine didn't come in. Methamphetamine, I don't think, was in the picture. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the picture at that time. But there's another occasion where myself and a real girl, she was a semi-prostitute at that time too, just keeping it real. We went to Chicago together. It was a group of us, and we were hoeing and whatever the case may be, and we had a double date, myself and the real girl. We went to this dude's house, and it was cool. You know, we were drinking and, you know, having a good time, and he went to go show us something. And now, mind you, he stayed, I don't know what floor it was, but it was, you know, high up. And they had an elevator shaft type of thing. Anyway, he opened it and told us to come here. And we went over there and we looked, but we didn't see no elevator right there. And we looked down and it's this long ass, dark ass drop. He could have easily pushed one of us down there and possibly killed the other. I don't know why he showed us that till this day. I don't know why he did that. I guess I'm sharing these stories because it's Friday the 13th to a degree. Well, not the sucking dick, you know, part of it all, but, you know, yeah. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get ready to end this because I think the police is on the opposite side of the park being nosy, probably trying to see what the fuck I'm doing, which is minding my business, shooting my podcast. But yeah, happy Friday the 13th once again, you guys. It's over. It's past 12 o'clock here in Arizona, so it's definitely over in regards to the Friday the 13th. But yeah, I just wanted to get to know y'all a little bit better, you know, see who like to eat booty and suck dick and all that type of stuff out there. Oh, how many of y'all like jism in your face? Y'all know what jism is. Now, I think it's a beauty secret in the porn industry. Because these bitches love nut all over their face. They will rub it in like primer and just do some of the most with it. Now, a lot of these hoes in porn, they look nice. And their faces be beat and all type of shit. These bitches use that nut for a beauty secret. I don't give a damn what nobody say. These hoes are using semen as a beauty treatment. I'm just talking shit, y'all. But who's to say what they do in the porn industry? If they was doing methamphetamine and coke and crack and some of everything else and took all that dick away from John Holmes, then all right, let me end this episode. Okay, you guys, I am D Venom. Thank you for allowing me to raise your vibrations tonight. And with that being said, you guys have a blessed day, evening, and or night. I am D Venom. This is Raising Vibrations Podcast. Out.